Spinozord appeared on the show last Saturday. Here's the Spino Charger in the gun, and it says Talon Ranger. We saw Dino Charge before we got the Silver Ranger. Talon Ranger must be coming, right? There's the Dark Energem. Heckle certainly seems like a perfect Talon Ranger, right? It's looking pretty good for a Talon Ranger, but let's ask the Magic 8 Ball. I see all sorts of theories online about whether we're gonna get a Talon Ranger, who he's gonna be. Will the Talon Ranger appear in Dino Super Charge? Obviously yes. Huh. My reply is no. Well, that's odd. Will there be a Talon Ranger in Dino Super Charge? No! Huh. As we know, the Magic 8 Ball has never been wrong. Now, I've heard from some fans that agree with the Magic 8 Ball, saying that the reason we're not getting a Talon Ranger in Dino Super Charge is because of his name in Japan. They don't like having death in the title. That is, of course, one of those cases where I encourage people to just take a second and think about it. Would a name in Japan cause a character to not come over to the US? Of course not. They don't keep the names usually. Except Megaforce, when Gosei Ultimate was Gosei Ultimate, and Gosei Great was Gosei Great. But anyway, it doesn't matter what a character's name is in Japan, they can change that in the US. If his name was Bob Death the Ranger Killer, they could just rename him as Navy Ranger or Talon Ranger, which is actually what Bandai was calling him. So the issue with his name had already been solved. You guys might know Gao Kong. Gao Kong did make his way into the American toy line in Power Rangers Wild Force as part of Ultimus Megazord, which included the Soul Bird. You guys might remember that Lightspeed teamed up with Time Force teamed up with Wild Force, Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder SPD, and I'm almost positive that they never used movie footage from Super Sentai in any of those team-ups, which were, I think in some cases, two-parters. Also, Forever Red, they did use Serpentera and the Astro Mega Ship, but none of it was Japanese footage, but that's kind of a different story. But for team-ups that actually had kind of a Japanese equivalent, it's weird that they weren't using the same footage, if you guys follow. We got a repaint called Blizzard Force Megazord in Dino Thunder, and we did see this guy at the very end of Dino Thunder, but not the movie footage that he was in. You guys might remember the SPD Blast Buggy, right? We did get this toy at Toys R Us. This appeared in a Deca Ranger movie, but we never saw it on Power Rangers SPD. But we still got the toy. Some of the really die-hard fans can think of some additional little things that we got toys of or that were exclusive to a movie that never made it into the show. And some of you are thinking, wait a minute, I see what Bruno's saying here. But don't I remember seeing Gingaman Go-Go 5 footage in the Lost Galaxy Lightspeed team-up? Yes, you do. That's interesting. And some of you guys are like, wait a minute, I get what you're saying, but isn't Snide actually from a movie in Japan? I guess that makes things complicated. I'm sorry, I have to be kind of vague, but you guys can see what I'm saying, right? For whatever reason, there are certain things that can and can't be in the show. Will we ever get a 5-inch figure of the Talon Ranger? Ooh. Well, the 8 Ball seems to think that the figure is a possibility. Will the Talon Ranger ever appear in the show? Better not tell you now. Oh, come on. Alright. That's not a no. Maybe Talon Ranger will show up in the future somehow. I have no idea how or where or when, but you never know. I think Super Megaforce showed us that just about anything is possible at all. Sorry, the video is a little bit on the vague side, but I don't think Talon Ranger is actually going to be in the show. I'm sorry to say. I know some people think it might be Keeper, some people think it's Sledge, Heckle. Anybody that thinks Talon Ranger is coming, I really think that's what they want us to think. Like, they really have been kind of leading us on a little bit, right? With the Dark Energem and with Heckle, with the kind of... I could see him being the Talon Ranger, right? I can totally see how some people might be a little disappointed if he doesn't show up. But I wanted to give my, not my 2 cents, but my Magic 8 Ball input. Maybe he'll show up, but I do trust the Magic 8 Ball. Alright, we're working on lots of good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I will always be back soon with many good videos. Tune in to The Edge of Extinction Part 1 this Saturday. Ooh. And good night.